I'm Charlie, one of the co-founders of Pulley. We're the first software platform for construction permitting. We're not the cap table company. Our mission is to help real estate developers get construction permits 10 times faster so that they can build faster and that they can build more. Real quick, I'll do an intro on myself and my co-founder. So like you heard, like many of you, engineer by background. I've built physical products, software products, web, mobile, love taking really complicated problems, turning them into great software experiences. I was at Eero, then I was at Amazon. I went to school with Andreas, my co-founder. We've known each other for a while. His background is in real estate. He comes from the industry. He used to do real estate development in the US. Then he did real estate development in Europe and in Asia. And then for the last 5 years, he's been building tools for the industry. Most recently, he was chief of staff at Procore, largest software platform in construction. They do about $500 million in revenue, industry standard on most commercial projects now. So now I want to talk a little bit about why we're doing what we're doing and why it really matters. I've lived in San Francisco for the last 6 years. I take it most of you live in San Francisco. This is sort of ground zero for seeing what happens when we make it too difficult to build construction projects, right? People don't build enough office space, and particularly they don't build enough housing, right? And when people don't build enough housing, obvious things happen, right? Prices go up, people get priced out, people move, people can't live near their jobs, they can't live near where their family is. Like think about it every month, right? We all feel this, right? Like think about how much you all spend to live here. Think about the friends you've had that have moved out of town because they want to buy a house and they can't afford it here. You don't have to be a housing nerd like I am to think, right, the rents are too high. And so Andreas and I went on this massive journey to figure out, how do we reduce the friction to building new projects? How do we make it easier for developers to start construction projects, make it faster for them to break ground, and help them increase the volume of construction that they're building? We talked to hundreds and hundreds of real estate developers, architects, engineers, general contractors. Unanimously, permitting was the key bottleneck for every project. It's a process that takes months. It's really complicated, and it adds multiple percentage points to the overall cost of a construction project, which might not sound like a lot, but take, for example, just a single home, right? That can be tens of thousands of dollars that then get passed on to all of us as owners or as renters. And if you multiply that out across the industry, slow permitting costs $50 billion every year. So double clicking a little bit, like why is permitting so slow and what is Pulley building to make it go faster? Permitting's slow for a few key reasons. A, it's inherently complicated. Every construction project is different. There are thousands and thousands of building codes that govern what you can and can't build. B, the process is different everywhere. Each city has their own process for permitting. So there's 19,000 different ways to get a permit in the country. And every one of those processes is an absolute mess. You need to fill out dozens of forms. Then you need to have hundreds of data points. You have to pull out a really complicated construction drawings. And you have to all submit it in a very particular order to the right government agencies at the right moments in time in the project. So we're building the first software platform for real estate developers to navigate this process more efficiently. Developers, along with their entire design teams, architects, engineers, general contractors, use Pulley to get permits for any project type in any jurisdiction. They use it to research requirements, submit applications, track status for their permits, and respond to the city. We equip them with particular data and context localized down to the city, and sometimes, in coming soon, even the reviewer level, so that they can anticipate what the city is going to say on their permits, submit permits that are more correct and compliant the first time, and actually get their project started weeks sooner without the cities operating any differently. So that's what we're building. The last few minutes here, just want to talk a little bit about where we are as a company and the roles that we're hiring for. So we raised our seed round in March, so super early days for us. We're a team of 7 people. We just started building the product a few months ago, and we've already been doing permits in our first market. We've done permits for single family homes. We've done permits for office renovations. We've even done permits for ground up new 200, 300 unit apartment buildings. All told, we're nearing about $100 million worth of construction that we've helped permit, and we're starting to expand to our next market. So we're hiring for founding engineers, founding designers, and soon, later this year, as we expand, go to market and ops. I think these are great roles for folks that really want to help define early products, define the team, define the culture. And yeah, come find me afterwards. Excited to meet all of you, whether you're, actively looking for a new role or just want to nerd out about housing policy. I'm Charlie. We're Pulley. Thanks.